gonna get beat. You're gonna get
30 seconds.
What's an antechamber? I don't know what an antechamber.
That bullshit's still blowing in the wind.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb.
Oh, my heart was in my mouth the entire time.
Get in.
It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there, you were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth.
Nigga looking at me. Look at
Palms
the
are
judge or
sweaty,
something.
knees weak, arms are heavy.
It was a grim sight. Before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimony.
Bars.
I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again.
Murder trial tomorrow.
Ha.
I got some messages for you.
Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Gisela Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she?
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Fuck. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all this time.
Yes, you have.
Leave me.
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom,
I might
but
not be
oh,
overly
fuck.
confident in the fucking courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of.
I
Yeah.
got distracted by OBS. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems.
She better sell too.
Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see shit. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Been on the floor next to a table. I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down and picked it up, from right behind.
I was railed from behind.
A shot was heard from behind my back.
I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet. And he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. What the fuck?
Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area.
Professor Mikatoba.
Well, it seems I was right. Paleo make an outstanding team. You exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
No, that nigga wanted us to die.
Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial.
Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by being Hokage.
Oh,
What?
That's you.
Fuck are you talking about, Kazuma?
So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way.
Ka!
Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man.
To me?
Yes. You need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant.
You're not pissed
I
at
must
me.
say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
I hired a lawyer and now I gotta do it. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
The victim.
Yes, I did. You're probably aware Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA, and it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see.
I didn't know that before.
Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible.
But let's not forget who we're up against. The Gentlewoman, whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right to the last.
Bart?
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Steven?
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
Dang, no good luck to the guy who's actually doing the work.
Hey, murderer! Court recess is over.
Meanwhile-
Please make your way back inside, please.
Please. So I can
I'm
drag you by the
sorry.
hand.
Bitch nigga name.
I got distracted. I'm sorry.
That's right. I get distracted a lot too. Like I'm looking at something else
You'll
right
get
now.
beat after the session.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
No,
Hey!
No massa
ruler,
tables, please. Tables, no massa.
Holy shit.
See, look at what you did.
Yeah, that was your fault. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hit them.
Ka.
I gotta shit my pants first.
Thank you. Really. For throwing your job onto me.
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then
I'd shit my pants.
I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now.
Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend.
Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, I'm really gonna give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose.
I love how Cosmo just said, like, make it so, like, even if he does lose, I'm still gonna quit.
Alright then. I'll say the thank yous for after the trial have been already said.
You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho,
You
and I'm not gonna have any
Are
money.
gonna pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm basically royalty.
Oh, okay.
I'm extra up. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
It's kind of like a dreaded beard.
Dreadhead.
I got that shit on. Prosecutor Aochi, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
Oh fuck! What is wrong with me? I think.
He
I
wants to be
think.
main character so bad.
I think it's because I considered playing this character at first, and I decided against it.
No, so all Ryunosuke's and Kazuma's look the same.
Sure. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. There's nothing to worry about.
It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forge with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders?
Why is he?
It'll be all your fault.
Death penalty and be dead. Not his problem.
Again, terribly sorry.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Exactly. Ooh.
You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or England?
Shut up! You jumped up rookie boy.
Shut up, man.
You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in.
Situation the nation finds itself
Helping
in.
ourselves with this great world power will become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical.
You need to stop being prosecutor and get in the booth.
Steady political I can't even say that word.
Maneuvering.
Whatever. I don't know why I thought that wasn't an E. is what will secure our futures.
I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder, too.
I'm just a nigga.
But standing here now in our Supreme Court, in front of that wannabe fucking Power Ranger, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all.
Huh?
I like how the judge is just letting this conversation happen. You gotta
What?
know where to
Mm.
Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
Rats!
Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jezail Brett. Hi.
Yes! I thought I said it already. So didn't come up.
Your Excellency!
You must have peaked your mic by accident.
Damn. She's definitely the killer.
Yeah.
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant island, too.
Tea. Someone bring English tea. In England,
Oh.
no discussions take place without tea.
Kiss her ass, kiss her ass!
Yeah, kissing up to her like the United States
Is
kissing up
that
to
true?
Israel.
No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I have been working undercover as the head waiter at La Carnival, but
Yes, we know about your dumbass already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first.
Exactly, not letting her speak.
Is that true?
no idea.
Dear, is that true?
More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of.
Oh, yes. I think I did. Yeah, I'll be talking.
Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking.
Guilty.
I'm dead.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Why that dumbass nigga? Damn attention whore. Like he knows
Gosh,
we weren't
trying
talking
to
about
order
him.
for him. Like, come on, get to work.
Man,
Damn, you only
hell
speak
no.
English?
That was gibberish.
Not their language, but. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but, what? Can you say that in a language we can understand?
The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yuma University's medical faculty.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of delightful language of the British people.
Yeah,
I'm afraid I don't understand a word you've said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song.
As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough.
Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
I'm so afraid of you.
So
I'm just not gonna read that line.
Yeah, I
Fuck,
didn't hear that
I was
either.
muted!
The
Read.
court glazes the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett, Rap.
Rap.
3 days ago, at a restaurant called the Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that true?
She says, yes.
This could take some time.
So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese.
How does she learn anything in Japanese if she doesn't?
She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says
I
that
guess
she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Interesting. And you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
I'm just following orders. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print?
Just know this dude's nose smells bad the way he's eating her ass.
Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps?
Apparently, it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight.
Do you mean to say
Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime.
Imagine witnessing
The very
crime.
moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood.
Imagine witnessing something and like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go to class. I got something to present.
order in the court?
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have absolutely conclusive witness statement.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is.
Never mind. I'll never know you ever again. Unfortunately, I'll have to ask you to formally testify, if you please.
Testify.
Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Bars. You do not have an aura, man. Speak up.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered myself only a beefsteak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
There's no way I could harm a fly, bro. Look at me.
Look.
Yes!
I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection!
Hey, when you remember when I said about taking your turn?
These weak ass MP3 files. We need some.
What, you filthy wretch? Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. And look at the Snow White Angel. I'm sure that even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine what words these court are gonna believe. Obviously, we believe all women.
Look at you. You're over there black and she's white. Obviously, she's telling the truth.
You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. It's a lesson you need to learn.
Yeah, you can't be making these mistakes when you're goaded.
But he's so fucking annoying, dude.
Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before. I reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies of the last 2 witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there was nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm.
Not on her
That
chest.
ass.
I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to.
Say that out loud. Have some confidence. Have some balls.
He literally just got in trouble for yelling.
So?
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is moot.
I mean, he's on death row. He has nothing else to lose.
There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter.
I'm not duck.
That's ridiculous. Only I was allowed to lift up her. Whoa.
Whoa. That's not cool, man.
Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke.
But I didn't fire that gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day.
I didn't.
You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we need to pull her testimony apart.
Not her dress. The smile.
Bro, she like you have no aura. Stop. Like, what the fuck? The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh, yes, Your Excellency.
If she had glasses, she would have did the push-up anime thing too. Like she. Oh my God. So annoying.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day.
I bet it's gonna be an unforgettable luncheon.
Better rev up those fryers.
I'm sleeping.
The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak.
Allow me to hear more, because I'm hungry.
Yes!
I need food.
He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he had just had a tooth removed at the Hara Clinic, correct?
That's right.
You must actually check with the witness before answering.
Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment.
So that would mean that it was you who ate that steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? Why didn't you finish your food?
That's right, yes. The point you have there shows the table exactly as it is. Exactly as it was left after the horrifying events.
Exactly as it was left.
Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To travel to such a distant land on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident?
Should happen to me when I was in
Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush this evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. I will be your white knight.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, has nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right, other than some carbonated water.
Just walk up.
Carbonite?
Please have a water.
Yes, the
Please?
professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appeared that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each.
They each raised a glass of carbonated water. Wow.
What do you think, Renosuke, about the witness's last statement?
Well, if only we could look at the court. I think if we could look at the... I think if we could look
Very
at...
meaningful.
I think if we
I
could
think
look
it's
at the...
very meaningful.
I think if we could
think
look at
it's
the
very
court
meaningful.
Y'all
record...
not be trash, please.
I just want to check that picture
Oh
again.
my gosh.
Just yeah.
Tables, you can like. I'm not like tables. That's your people. So that's on you.
Can I just keep the court record real quick? God, which picture was it where it had the food and shit? Yeah,
Where's
that's a
that
good.
one. Okay, so we got some glass of thing.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're
Now
drinking
go
though.
back.
But yeah. Yeah, just say it's meaningful.
Hey, what does pressing space on that thing do? What does, wait,
It's a
Space?
magnifying
In the court
glass.
record?
so it
Well,
like
we
zooms
look-
into the picture? That's it?
I mean, that's what a magnifying glass
Might as
usually
well show
does.
it now.
You can
Ooh,
zoom in on
look-
the bottle. Do it.
Look at the bottle, look at the bottle, look at the bottle, look at the bottle.
I don't care if it's too advanced.
Can't
Oh,
read
never
shit.
mind. Damn, we can translate. Shit. Now look at that other picture. Wait, why are we doing this? It's very meaningful.
It's very, yeah.
Yeah.
At least I think it is.
Nigga doesn't even know, he's just saying shit.
That last statement, damn, this nigga's so shit. I didn't even hear like a wet hand that time. The last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us what this profound bearing is?
The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to testimony.
Well sidestepped, counsel.
Facts, because we were almost cooked. Very well, Miss Brad. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony.
Gladly, she said.
How
Yeah,
is
she
she
said
making her
so.
mask do that?
That was brilliant! I'm gonna remember that one.
Why
Which
are
one?
they British?
Yeah, they're Japanese.
Oh. The significance.
There's a ni-
The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase.
I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Renosuke. I ordered a beefsteak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water.
Let's go to the present
to the prison.
and look at that table. Not that one.
The
That
crime scene.
one. Check it. Bottle of carbonated water and a steak. Go back.
It's only one
What is it?
glass.
Carbonated water and a steak lunch can be seen on the victim's table. Bottle of carbonated water. Steak lunch. Go back.
Yeah, let's go to the statement you were talking about. About the water.
Yeah, there's only one glass.
No.
How do they say cheers with one glass? Like, if she only got a steak. Like,
I guess she just clinked the steak plate to the glass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's the answer.
You ever clink a steak plate for real?
Yeah.
Not me, dude. That's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you niggas said... you spoke of this
You
print
niggas.
showing the victim's table at the crime scene.
He shouldn't know that word yet. Hasn't been invented yet.
That it was exactly as it was left.
That is correct, the lady says.
Correct.
Well, that is... It's odd. Very odd.
It's
odd.
Hear me. What's odd is the defense's inability to express itself. Like, you fish out of water.
Yeah, I agree with
Reynolds
Elsie
here.
on that one. You need to lock in.
What is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Obviously, it's the cheers.
The cheers.
Miss Britt just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. Well, bitch. If that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1.
Ah. Quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minuet? Yeah. The brain is not on.
Minute? I don't know how to pronounce that.
What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on this case?
Objection!
Minute, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
Yeah, if I wanted to conceal, I would actually do this, and this.
But there should have been 2 glasses on the fucking table, the bloody table! Or are you gonna try and tell me you can clink with only 1?
Clink with that plate.
You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses from the to the table.
Inspector, what did the lady say?
She said I hate all.
It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
Bloody neighbor. What?
It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying.
Yeah, man, totally not guilty.
No, good gracious.
Well said.
Shouldn't do that.
Oh, what the fuck? She speaks.
Steven?
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
There. As I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
Nigga, please.
We must remember the student has just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray?
What? That's some bullshit.
Oh, really? So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, beautiful woman of such mischief?
Yeah, pretty much.
What? No. This can't be put down to mischief.
I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
I shoved it up my ass.
Well, it seemed that she shoved it up her ass. Or into a small handbag she was carrying.
A handbag, you say?
Yes, Your Excellency. A small, handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England.
Is it LV? Coach? Perhaps. Maybe Steve Madden.
John Madden?
So this beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that the glass has absolutely no bearing on this case. The student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning and facts, but in the end it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You've wasted enough time already. I'm trying to get home already. Like,
Indeed. Because she is a woman, she has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. I can't think for myself. Counsel for defense, are you in agreement?
Well, I don't know, really.
If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance.
Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. There's deeper significance there. It's
The handbag.
probably the bag. Where's it now?
we have a handbag?
Can we see it?
There's a handbag?
Remember, we're trying to prove that she could hide stuff. So if she had a handbag at the crime scene, who's to say
Oh,
that
yeah.
she put a gun in there? See?
True.
Now we're-
You're
there's
right,
no
you're
health
right, you're
bar.
right.
Truth news.
If we picked the wrong thing, we would have been messed up.
Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say?
Yes, you try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for all small items.
Say that again.
What about all African ones? Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Get fucked. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag,
Slap.
in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
Just slap the fucking table
The
like how
slap's
you
so
slap.
weak that he takes damage from it.
I
Well
know,
done,
right?
Takes
partner.
recoil from it.
I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
Where are your... What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard fiend?
Blackguard. It's really very, I mean, that's how you pronounce it. It's really very simple.
is.
The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. Oh shit, I read that.
Oh, she had that thing that frick, I'm forgetting the name of the chameleon guy.
The chameleon. You can't be seriously suggesting.
Inspector Hazanaga!
That one detective who could be anybody and anywhere.
Did you search for Miss J.L. Brett's handbag on the day of the murder?
He wasn't a chameleon, but I know who you're talking.
No, sir, I did not.
No, sir.
No, sir.
As a nigga thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor.
It was me, I did it.
Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag.
Ah!
Yes. I love when they scream.
Order, order, order!
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what, Prosecutor Algie?
Why on earth did you not have this lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Yeah, now she has to endure it.
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
Do you think so, Kazuma?
See,
Nigga
he's
dies.
trying to act sick because he's getting pressed. Like,
Wow.
come on.
What a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police.
Yeah.
I mean, we
why not?
don't. Oh,
As
obviously.
I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. simply because it was unnecessary.
Unnecessary in what way?
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence to here that I had completely forgotten about. This photographic print.
Look at this photograph.
This print is a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag.
It clearly shows something else too. Well, I never heard. You can see right through to what's inside.
That's right. Apparently, mesh work bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment.
Sure they are. So the contents are clearly visible.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Look,
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Get fucked, now Ronaldo's on.
whoa!
Dang, nigga got hit with Emma Frost's kick.
Shut up.
Inspector Hasanaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Or else.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Royal Salt Emma Frosty.
Photograph of as an outside to the courage shows Miss Riley administrator to the stable.
I think you've had a long enough time to cross-examine the witness, counsel.
Yeah, please go away.
Court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted to the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling.
Indeed. And there's only one logical conclusion possible. That pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of the crime.
No.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than when I was at the start.
Man,
You look dead.
taking back. Not reading up. Wait, who? Fuck, I'm messing up their names.
You're
Cosmo.
the pro tag. Cosmo's your friend.
Cosmo looks dead as hell.
nigga?
I'm sorry,
Cosmo looks like
Ryunosuke.
We lost. It's over.
Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue.
And if I start screaming like an idiot,
What? You mean this is it?
He looks like those backshot edits.
I must say you put up quite a fight for a rookie.
What is a
But
back
the
shot
weak.
edit?
But the
You know
weaker
what?
meat, while the strong eats. That did
Bars! Let's go!
You were wasting your time this. There's no way to defeat true justice.
Is that a
A
reference to
fact
the
you could
porno?
chew on in your heart's content. From the inside of Cell, and then eventually Hell.
This can't be happening. This nigga's wrapping circles around me. Am I really gonna be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And
Cosmo, that nigga gave up.
his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingernails. Nigga.
What?
Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? If so, can
You
we
heard the
please
judge.
go to lunch?
There's nothing about that last photograph that the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems we'll be able to report to the British government on time after all. Thank God.
That smug little...
Come on, Rinosuke's locking in.
Ryu, Naruto, having considered all of the.
What the fuck?
Ooh, hold
Larry?
on. That had some crunch in it.
Oh, it was me. Wait, Your Excellency.
Expecting Larry to
hell
show up
no.
here.
Larry. Nah. Time traveling?
A Larry ancestor.
I don't think you can rule on this yet. This case yet.
He's gonna be like, you guys will never believe this, but I'm actually from the future.
He's like, what the fuck? This amateurishness is getting teedy. What His Excellency deems the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That's it. No buts. That's the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Yes.
So he agrees.
Definitely, just a moment ago, you said Z's.
As the now you'd had.
As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance. There is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling.
Yes, that is exactly what he said.
Now that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean,
Damn, you're really slamming it.
then
I'm like
ruling the
hurting his
case at this
fingers.
time would be out of the question.
What the heck happened? Did you just swap out with the Pharaoh?
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. I see nothing wrong with it. It shows the handbag of the gentlewoman carrying on the day in question. There could be no problem with this evidence.
I just want to see where it is now, dude.
You better know what you're doing, Rinosuke.
Yeah, you're gonna get some more hours on your...
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court scrutiny.
Exactly.
However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
Ha! My thoughts. Exactly. Nothing new here. Really, prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's despicable wheezes. Desperately.
Yes, I'm a bitch ass nigga, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it.
I think people manipulate photographs back then.
Maybe. Very well. I'll grant the defense one final opportunity, because I'm such
Roll
a
your
nice guy. I am such a very nice guy.
Look at that big camera.
But be warned, that if I'm unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Yeah, that's right. I got them animations that the other judges didn't even have. Do I make myself clear?
What other judge? We're the first judge.
Yes, your nigga, let's see.
Oh shit, I let it slip that I can see the future. So take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hasanaga submitted before.
He's a fucking demon.
You identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. Alright, so obviously that random tat that he got on the freaking cutie mark on his wrist is relevant to something, but I don't know what. So,
Cutie
yeah.
mark is insane, because I don't see anything else, honestly, like...
So, great ring.
Yes.
I agree. Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrists.
They didn't examine the victim's whole body? Dead.
That is true. Looks almost like a burn of some description.
Objection!
She's like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Hear me, I was pondering what new pill you would come up with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly has nothing to do, whatever, so with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right.
The way he said that, he's like, yeah, that's a burn mark, so go on.
And
Wait,
Police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What'd I tell you? Useless information. In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by this curious shape of that mark.
Among Us?
Nigga's a Chicago fan.
However, yep. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Clearly, you burnt it on the stake.
Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff.
Yeah, I gotta go back to school.
I'm about to get caught, so I need to escape.
She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn has something to do with the case?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then we're bugged. We're bugged. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful.
Yes, you're right.
You dig.
I am?
You digging in a nigga.
You dig it?
If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise the shutting door back open again.
Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture.
But if we had evidence that irrefutably linked the burns on the victim's wrist to that case, then you would allow it?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm consistent.
To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Really? I could find some link between that burn and the case.
Bars.
I don't know, was there a candle on the table or something? This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means.
So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Well, shit.
Well, you know what we gotta do? We gotta look through all the evidence.
I was about to say the same thing.
Get it right? Once.
Check it.
Bullet did not pass through the victim's body.
Next. Okay.
You think that's the bullet, maybe? I don't know, just a random thought.
Nope.
Right once.
Photograph a victim.
Check it.
Oh. It is some bullshit.
That'd be
Unless
weird,
that's
like if you
ain't that a
shot.
fajita pan? Is that still hot? Wow. Anyway, go back.
No,
Look
next.
right.
Business card
Check
from
that.
the police.
Flip it. Dang,
No,
flip it.
he said fuck flipping it. Yeah, it's just a police card. Nothing useful.
Okay, we out.
Next picture.
Check it.
Damn it.
It's right there.
Where?
Oh, yeah, that is a. So what is a fajita thing?
Fajitas. Okay.
The plate was still hot.
Hot plate, hot plate.
Why would he burn himself if he wasn't eating? For real, for real.
Okay, well, shit. You know?
Mhm.
I guess we can go back.
I mean, this is the only thing I could think of. Like, shit.
I'm just curious how we'll be able to take it from there.
What's this, counsel? Yet another print?
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. W print indeed. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Have you seen vlogs? Oh, yes.
You hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? I gotta go. I got places to be. Like, to inconvenience this poor lady any further would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. Oh, you're fucked. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason it's recorded here forevermore. Oh yes, oh yes.
Just pretend I read it.
Fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
The Bulls logo on the side of the plate.
Michael Jordan.
We got Jordans?
This is the origin story of Jordan.
Right.
Yes!
The beefsteak?
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was severed on.
The plate? Ah!
Your Excellency, are you alright? Like, can't have you passing out. I gotta go somewhere.
Pushed too hard on my penis bump.
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Yeah! This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn.
I guess you could say that was a fire emblem.
Are the exact
I'll kill you for
same
that.
shape.
Ryunosuke, you genius. You're spot on.
Which means, yes, yes, I know, yes. The victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
See, I'm not trying to be ouchy here, but like, never mind.
But even if that's the case, we can't know if that happened on the day you're in question or not. It could have been the day before, the day after before that. It could have happened some unrelated time. It could have happened like hours before. Like, what if you went twice?
Well,
Hey, don't
Sadly,
tell me your aura.
Professor Aoshi, the chances of that are extremely slim.
thanks.
Why?
The outline of this burn is clearly discernible.
Or Kazuma, fuck.
Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. When you agree, Inspector Hosonaga,
Cuffing a dying be my Mia.
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But.
Yeah, dude got branded and just didn't have any reaction. Nothing happened.
I mean, if
would
you
say,
die.
Looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, if that's for sure.
I like third-degree burns.
Could you be more specific, Inspector?
Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds.
Dude was numb. It's inconceivable. Wrong voice. It's inconceivable that the victim would have let out a scream of pain then.
I've
Them
been
drugs are
investigating
hard.
at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all.
Them
As the
drugs are
head
hard.
waiter of Le Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
It was numb.
But you,
So numb.
you're detective, not a waiter.
Yes!
Yes.
There you have it. Something isn't right here.
Yeah, why are you a detective and a waiter? Foot.
As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that.
And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day, or any before it.
Right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. Took that shit like a champ.
What are you suggesting?
Dude wasn't even here mentally. Like,
Bro was an animatronic.
Buster had carelessly laid his wrists on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day.
Withered Wilson.
No.
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself the sergeant and the old antiques dealer.
And you,
All of
right
us
there.
would, without any question, have heard him scream.
You right there.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Wouldn't you agree, everyone? What about you, Ouchie?
Well, yeah, I guess, like, yeah.
So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream?
You get a gag? I don't know.
I almost don't believe it. Rinosuke, do you think?
Can it really be true?
Fade to
He
black.
was already dead?
I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap.
For who?
By a woman.
There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson already
Was dead.
deceased.
He was already an animatronic.
Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised they're not giving us any health bars on these sections. Like,
Because it's the first case. They gotta be nice.
bottom. I'm bottom. I'm bottom.
No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. It's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting?
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
It's only possible if the man was already dead.
Already!
Dead?
Not speaking.
Oh, you could feel that, Conqueror's Hockey.
Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead!
And who are you talking to? That's madness!
Drink up, Professor. She was really playing Dollhouse. Like, what's going on? Counsel, please explain this absurd notion at once. Victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is another ridiculous play by a rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
There we
No,
go. Oh,
Professor Alchi, Prosecutor Alchi. It is you who has no grasp of the facts.
Yeah, he just says yes. I beg your pardon?
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered a burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, this court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it.
Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be done by
I've been
now.
sitting here for like years, man. Sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you'll have to forget your luncheon engagement. You're trapped. and
But Your
betrayed.
Excellency, she can't miss with the Dean.
Justice system in our country may be in its infancy. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
We're also gonna have to fire our fucking coroners, because what the hell?
You're gonna start speaking English.
I mean, Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't think forensics was that far along in this time period, unfortunately.
What was that smile?
Call it.
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
I always knew she could talk. Miss Brett, you speak our language?
Yes, dear Nipponjin.
That was
Well,
crazy.
of course I do. I am studying in your country after all.
But then, what the fuck? What were you doing up until now? Hey! Hey!
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world.
Okay.
As a genteel woman, I try to avoid speaking your vulgar tones as much as possible.
Damn, she really called us a bunch of fucking ruffians.
Never mind, I can say that on recording.
But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
never mind.
So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communing with you on your own level.
Okay.
Yo,
All right.
Hosonaga, if you could just
Ah,
like turn to the right real
well,
fast, like
You are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman.
epitome.
Indeed. Epitome. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
See, if this nigga was
Oh my
black, he
God,
would like
bruh.
being
This
called the
fucking
N-word by
cock,
white
like, oh my
femboys.
gosh, like, it's nobody mind control.
You can't say that. Only he can say that.
This would be the guy who gets lynched because a white woman accuses him of a crime.
Yeah, the classic.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
So, we're finally going to hear her own words for the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke.
Nigga, that's all you have to say about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. Insofar as I've heard, the post-mortem report shows no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Yeah,
Inferior.
called us dunce.
So you admit there is a trick.
Inspector right next to her trying not to laugh.
You, have you heard of the poison?
That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank
We
you.
love you.
All right,
We
bro,
love you.
Stop glazing. This is pissing me off.
Easy does it.
Bro said easy does it. You need to
I
you need to
hope
breathe.
that
You
is
can't
the
have it in your
last
mouth at all
time I will
times.
have to sully my lips with that coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
It's just the truth, you know.
Never mind.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, my dear lady.
Not at all, boy.
And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant.
I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
Yeah, she's a true Karen.
The Minister of Justice?
May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Kill.
Amen.
Amen. You are not fired, dude. Like, oh my gosh, holy shit.
Was that a prayer then?
Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
Sure, I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-insemination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I'll be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
Yeah, we'll be kissing her ass the whole way.
Locked in.
Damn, you sure did.
Yeah, all right.
You may proceed with the cross-examination. Or else.
Dave.
Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman.
To get X-ray vision though, because like there's clearly some shit right.
He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing?
No, don't worry. We'll press her on her X-ray vision too. Like,
Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
you're a fucking cock. So
But of course, this country's inferior investigative technique.
skip the race. Go back. All right, no. Look at the present. See
At
what
the
we got.
present.
All right.
Present?
That medical thing on the right.
You think he overdosed? You overdosed?
No, the other thing on the far right.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
medical
far right,
report card.
like
You
we're
think-
Nazis. Record of
What?
dental work under prohibited from eating or drinking with anything but water. Is there anything else on that? Can we check it?
You think he overdosed? Well, you gotta examine it, you know, to see shit.
Dang. I'll move around on the text boxes.
To start examining shit?
Oh my gosh! Like don't.
What's
even
on the
give us, like,
back? I don't think we looked at the back. Oh. Yeah, there's probably nothing interesting on the back.
Flip it back over. What are these things? Like, just examine one of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly a record of some kind of medical treatment. And there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction with the use of anesthesia.
Extraction? You had a tooth out.
Yes, it sounds like just before they went for lunch, the doctor had to have a decayed tooth removed. They probably used laughing gas, so we couldn't feel anything. It's the latest medical advancement in the West.
Yes, I've heard people talking about this new idea of anesthetic. Pops would imagine not being able to feel pain, though.
There's a cautionary note at the end from whoever wrote it. It says, no food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
I mean, well, we know he was numb as fuck. Why he wouldn't feel anything, but they were trying to figure out how he would die without leaving, you know, shit places.
There's something about feeling through that mouth area. Go back now.
Please
the
do
purse.
show.
Does checking it do anything?
Examine. Magnifying glass. Magnifying glass.
Yeah, magnifying glass on the cup. Like,
Really?
does this even do anything? Like, would it actually show us something?
Maybe for a later case.
What does it even do? Go back.
I have a feeling it's the medical report card, but like, cause like that's the only thing that mentions, you know, dying without, you know, physically getting fucked off, you know. But
Like numbness.
You guys don't know what to do, so it seems.
I mean, I guess it is a way.
Some of the way, like maybe we present it and he just does the work for us.
yeah, you said metagame.
I don't know. I don't know what else we had. Like, look at that table.
Look at the untamable. Carbonated
Check it.
water. If only we could like overdose him.
Magnifying glass on the glass.
Wait, didn't we already do that? Oh,
It's useless, bro. It's useless.
for now.
I mean, that's all I got, bro. That's all I got.
I think we should present the medical report card.
Some other way. I, eating or drinking anything but water. I guess. I mean, I think that's it. It's the only thing I can think of. Unless we lose that health and then they give us a hint. So
How do you feel about tables? What's your answer?
I mean, it's a way. Like I said, it's, I don't mind trying it.
Are you far away from your mic?
I don't mind trying it.
Yes!
No? Okay. I don't mind losing health.
Yeah, that statement contradicts the facts as demonstrated by the evidence.
as far as I can tell, there's nothing untoward about this evidence.
But.
Pull your pants up, nigga.
Can't help that. It's just my ass.
Please do show me.
What's the next thing she says?
Probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Okay, maybe press that.
Yes!
Maybe she's like, oh, you know, maybe she's taking us for granted.
Idiot. What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination.
Is she snitching on herself?
But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Quite right! La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Hello?
It doesn't even
Which-
occur to your naive detectives to try and preserve the crime scene.
What the heck is that?
I'm trying to be as
What is dude doing?
tactful about this as I can. You
What is dude
understand?
doing over there?
Bars.
Ah, such a killer blow! This lady is from Meritless, she is beautiful.
Mate, oh fuck.
Amazing. Smashing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
I do remember in the first episode I said corruption is at an all-time high.
I very much doubt that.
Well, there's something about Miss Brett. What about what Kerr said? There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
You doing?
Hosanaga's trying to he's trying to give us a hint. He's like
What do you think, Ryunosuke?
Yeah, I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not getting any new information.
Yes, I suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find it. A chink in our armor. Kazuma?
What, Ryunosuke?
There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About old dude. Inspector Hasanaga.
The detective?
Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe.
Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time.
If you think so, but...
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective.
Alright then. Wonder what Kazuma's thinking.
I'm a
Assuming that,
mechanic.
I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. And before we had to press something twice.
Yes!
Okay.
Dang, I didn't know you could make it clap like that.
Oh, come on. You know me. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
Quite right!
Wait.
Take a turn. Which means even if the investigation takes
Yes, there it is again!
nigga died.
The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Is he being
Up until
haunted?
now,
What the fuck?
the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
Dot dot dot.
Look at him. Lost in his own thoughts.
Nigga, I'm about to die. It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought.
Sorry. Pursue?
I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker.
Ooh, new trick thingy.
What marker?
At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who is the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right with A and D,
Are
you
you
can turn your attention to the other people in the stand.
Dude, are you hallucinating? What the
How
fuck?
was Kazuma doing that?
When you're looking at the other witness, you'll be able to pursue them with space. You can catch the person at the right, you get it. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people in the stand, take a good look around.
I'm on it.
Us.
Right then. Me monkey. Me monkey.
Wait.
Oh,
Switch!
shit.
Switch!
Does that say? Oh, it said fuck around. I was like, what? Excuse me.
Excuse me!
Ah! What the? What's... Oh shit! Yes.
Okay.
So sorry, I didn't mean to shock you, nigga. He really was lost in his thoughts deeply.
It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say?
If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this?
Locked in.
It is a delightful English woman who is testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh, shit.
Don't fold.
Absolutely not.
Huh?
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yeah, exactly. Leave.
Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case.
Inspector Osanaga,
Yes.
you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Bright?
Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak.
She put on her mask. She's
The
like,
lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lagging on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
Okay.
or tried to chloroform him. His lungs got him.
Crime scene thief?
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Is that?
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay.
Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it, bitch.
One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it.
Can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. Court will accept this glass bottle of water as evidence.
The carbonated water of the victim was mispressure and dated murders on the victim's table.
Okay. Miss Bright, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
It seems like there's a little bit left. You should probably drink some of it.
What was
Yes,
that
yeah,
about?
there's.
She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
Are you sure you don't want some? Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. Honestly, I might take a swig myself. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Okay. Now go to that statement where she definitely poisoned the nigga.
Which would be...
The fourth
The
one.
fourth one.
Yep. Right here. You're done. It's
You know, I
over.
thought. It's funny because I thought about that, but there was just no evidence at the time.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I was trying to metagame the fuck out of it.
All right.
But I mean, now
Present the bottle here.
the door.
Yeah.
Yes!
Drink up. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Fuck is that? Water.
I'm thirsty, nigga. Sure, have
Actually,
some.
there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poison?
Poison.
On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Rosa drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass?
Order, order, order. Order, order, order.
What?
On that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only person who could possibly have done it.
That's a good one.
Bitch, Brett, it was you.
Objection!
This is outrageous! There's such a thing with such a scrap of evidence!
Move,
You
Shaw.
little rookie imbecile! Have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now?
Fuck the country.
Have you forgotten that we only have just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire?
That shit is mute. We go to war with them in the future anyways.
The
Mine with a
vaguest
fucking barber.
inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty? We would be fucked, man! Absolutely fucked!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one's individual guilt with respect to one crime. The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Well, to me it makes a difference, but
Yeah.
I'll leave that out.
If I may.
Shut up!
It is you who should be silent.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry for speaking, your lord and savior, dear lady.
Bro, what? She just snapped.
Yeah, don't try to act all cutesy pootsy now. Like, what the fuck?
I am afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady, but what the fuck are you talking about?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe?
Bars.
The bottle, I mean, Inspector. Whether it contained poison or not.
Of course.
You did?
You actually did your
Have you
job?
forgotten what my guiding principle is already?
Oh, here he goes.
I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
Oh, I can bullshit. Oh, okay.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents.
No, you drank some.
And? What did you find, Inspector? I'm on the edge of my seat.
I ordered
This
the
shit's
test for every
delicious.
toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
Oh, game over. We
What?
lost.
Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No!
I am very grateful to all you Nipponites. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all yours, you know, like...
Quiet, Coon.
I was so sure.
Quiet, June.
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned.
No way, we just let that slide.
I'm starting a movement.
No, you're not. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. It's As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
Fuck.
Wallahi. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
I just imagine Ryunosuke face down in the puddle, and you just hear like a gurgling
Oh
fuck come out.
no. I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present this court at this point? Yes, we do. Speed this shit up. I already figured this whole thing out.
Kazuma?
I'm
Look at me.
sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more.
We lost.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Got a date.
I bid you adieu.
Got a date with a nice dean, you know. Oh, it's her.
No
my
way
God,
we're
we're
getting
completing the
saved by
trio.
her. Y'all couldn't figure this out, but she could?
Please,
That was
wait.
suck.
Isn't that...
What is the meaning of this? Who let
Leave
this
the
woman in
courtroom.
my lobby?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package, wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
Man, it's just a gun. To be continued. Nigga.
Cut you off?